Hello everyone, welcome to Land of Enchantment Living. My name is Maria. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video, which was my spring decorate with me video for 2024. If you guys missed that video, I will leave it linked in the description box below. I have been super busy trying to get everything ready for my vendor booth, so in this video I am taking you guys along with me as I prepare to open it up inside this indoor flea market. Here's a quick glimpse of some of the other booths inside this location. So the first thing on today's list was heading down to the booth and making the final selection on the booth that I wanted. There were several different spots opening up and I needed to make the final selection, and I did go ahead and fill out all of the paperwork on this day, and then I needed to head back home to work on some of the display cabinets that will be going into my booth. And here were the two booths that I had to choose from. This first booth was, I believe, 8 by 10, and it was located down the 4th aisle. And this second booth is actually smaller. I believe it was 8 by 8, and I decided to go with the smaller one because this one is located down the first aisle of the market, and it's the first aisle customers walk down as they enter the market, so I thought this was the best choice. And here I am back home getting ready to work on the display cabinet that I will be using for my booth. This is an old TV stand my husband picked up at the Goodwill. I think he paid like $3. So my plan for this cabinet is to make it look old and rustic with chippy paint. I'll decoupage the top with some recycled decoupage paper using the cherry blossom print. I get all my decoupage paper from Kenzie Jordan. She has an Etsy shop. I will leave her shop linked in the description box below. Kenzie has a huge selection of decoupage paper. She has some really good prices and some beautiful prints in stock. And here is what I will be using for my cabinet. I have some Mod Podge for the decoupage paper. I will be painting the cabinet using the Waverly chalk paint in white. I also have some folk art crackle medium. This is going to give my cabinet the old crusty, rustic, chippy look. I have some Waverly wax in clear to seal the entire cabinet once the chalk paint is dry. I have some wood filler because I will be removing the doors and filling the screw holes, and some paint brushes. So I'm going to get started with this project by giving the cabinet a good wipe down, removing the doors because I will not be keeping the doors. They are pretty warped. Filling the screw holes, then painting the top with the Waverly chalk paint in white.
I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling, I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue what Does it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do?
To give my cabinet that old chippy paint look, I'll be applying a generous amount of the Folk Art Crackle Medium. I'll let it dry for about a minute and immediately add my chalk paint. As the paint dries, the crackle look starts to appear.
And I know there's so much more to this life, but it's hard to see it clear.
And here's a closer look at how the crackle medium works. Here I am painting the shelf that will be going inside my display cabinet.
God, I need you now so dearly, 'cause I've been running circles trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been running circles trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can. I ain't got nothing left. Nothing left. Nothing left. How come the stars come to shine when it's dark? From so far away, show us where we are. What makes the sun go to sleep every night? And what's it dreaming of? I wonder.
Okay guys, at this point I have the entire cabinet painted with the crackle medium and the Waverly chalk paint. Now it's time to add the decoupage paper to the top of my cabinet. I'm going to be using the iron-on method. I'll start by applying a generous amount of the Mod Podge. I will let that dry for about 30 minutes. I then take my decoupage paper, place it on top of the cabinet, and then place a sheet of parchment paper on top of my decoupage paper to protect it from the direct heat of my Cricut mini press. The heat from the press will kind of melt the Mod Podge and the decoupage paper will adhere to the cabinet. I like this method because I feel like I get less wrinkles on my decoupage paper. Any remaining paper that hangs off the cabinet, I will simply file off using some sandpaper, and then I will seal the top with some more Mod Podge.
Like cold until winter comes, until winter comes, until winter comes. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder.
To blend the decoupage paper into the cabinet, I will be using a combination of the Waverly chalk paint in white and the Waverly antique wax. I will also be adding the antique wax to the entire cabinet to give it that old rustic chippy paint look.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark, from so far away, and show us where we are? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I just wonder. It really makes me wonder.
And here is how the cabinet turned out. I love the way it looks. It looks old and rustic and chippy. I love how the decoupage paper blends in nicely to the top of the cabinet. Let me know what you guys think of this project in the comment box below. Okay guys, here we are on the second day of getting things ready for my vendor booth. I'm going to be working on this other display cabinet. This is just an old metal shelf that we had sitting outside and we weren't using it for anything, so I decided to go ahead and use it for my booth as another display cabinet. This one I'm going to be keeping it pretty simple. I am going to be adding some shelf liner to the backing that I picked up on Amazon, and I went with a vintage style floral print. I will also be covering all the shelves with the same liner, and I will leave a link in the description box below if you guys like the pattern that I chose.
If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
Now I've completely forgot to take an after shot of this cabinet once I had it completely finished, but you guys will have to wait till the very end of this video to see how it turned out once I have it set up inside my booth. Now the next item on today's list was making more price tags for my booth. Now I know you're probably thinking I can just go out and buy pre-made price tags, but I decided to go ahead and make my own to give my booth just that extra little touch. I have a ton of cardstock that I have been holding on to that I never used, and it gave me a good reason to use my Cricut because I don't think I use it as much as I should. So here I am using the draw and cut feature on my Cricut Maker 3 to make all of my price tags for my vendor booth.
Forever, 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 forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
And the last task on my to-do list is making a sign for my booth with my booth number. I am taking this Goodwill thrifted frame and I will be painting the inside using the Rust-Oleum chalk paint in white. I am leaving the frame as is because I love that rustic distressed look. Once the inside is completely dry, I will be adding a rice paper rose print. I got this paper as a free gift from Bree from Upcycle with Bree. I will leave her link in the description box below. And I will be applying and sealing it using some Mod Podge. The final step to this project is applying my vinyl cutout. I did use my Cricut to make my booth number cutout. Let me know what you guys think of this project in the comment box below.
Do you know I'm looking? When lights go out, you're in my mind. I close my eyes, so it's just you and I tell myself you'll be back again. When the stars are aligned, we will dance in the meadow on our favorite place. When spring is coming, where are you now?
It is April 1st, the day before I move into my booth, and it is snowing again in New Mexico. I needed another display cabinet, and my parents gifted me this old china cabinet that they were no longer using, and my plan was to paint it outside, but because of the snow I had to paint it inside instead. I painted it using some whitewash, and to my surprise, it dried extremely fast, and I was so excited that I was going to be able to put it inside my booth right away. Now, I didn't film this project because my husband helped me out and he is camera shy, so you guys will have to see how this turned out when I show you a few clips of my vendor booth once I have it all set up. It's April 2nd, move-in day. I was really hoping that I would be able to set up my camera and show you guys as I moved into my booth, but because the market was already open and there were a lot of customers walking around, I didn't want to risk anybody bumping into my camera and knocking it over, so I went ahead and set up off camera. And here is my booth once I had everything moved in. Let me know what you guys think of my booth setup in the comment box below. Here is that cabinet that I was working on. Remember, I lined the backing and the shelves with that vintage style liner. Here is another shot of my clothing rack, and there is my cute sign that I made. And here on the right is that china cabinet that my parents gifted me. I think it looks so good. I love the way it turned out. You could really see that whitewash paint on it. So I moved in April 2nd, and by April 5th I had already made my rent for the month of May, and I'm already making profit. I am super excited to be sharing this new venture with you guys, and I want to thank you guys for coming along with me. I will be uploading some upcycling videos soon, and the items that I upcycle I will be reselling at my booth. So this video is coming to an end. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that bell button so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Remember to check out the links below, and I will see you guys next time in the next video. Bye.